Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got unfortunate news out of Bertie County where a fire happened and it has reportedly turned fatal. A Bertie County Sheriff's Office says the fire happened at a home on the 100 block of Harmon Street in Allander. When firefighters got to the scene, they learned that one person had escaped, but that an elderly man was still inside. We're told that despite efforts to save the man, they were not able to get him out of the home. Now, work is still being done to notify family members before the man's identity is shared. The SBI, ATF, and the State Department of Insurance are helping the Sheriff's Office with investigating the cause of the fire. And now we want to turn to a story about refreshing the air in your home. This is something that more and more people seem to be doing, is opening the windows during the cold winter months to essentially add in some fresh air from outside. Emily Akeda has more.
While frigid temperatures have millions avoiding the outdoors, these days, some folks are welcoming the cold into their homes.
Just get some fresh air in there. You'll thank me, babe.
It's part of a growing trend inspired by the age-old German practice known as lüften, meaning to air out by briefly opening the windows and letting the fresh air in. In the U.S., it's picking up steam under a quirkier quip: house burping.
This is a reminder that even though it's freezing, you need to burp your house.
But no matter the name, indoor air quality pro Tony Abadi says it has real benefits, including preventing mold, contaminants, and carbon dioxide buildup.
When you bring in some more air from the outside, you dilute those concentrations and you reduce them.
Which he says is especially important for Americans who spend about 90% of their time indoors, according to the EPA. In Germany, the Washington Post reports many apartment leases contain a lüften clause, requiring tenants to open their windows multiple times a day. Raised by German parents in New York, Lucy Roschnabel has been doing this her whole life.
Every single morning, I need to smell the fresh air and let it into my room because otherwise I'll just feel so stuffy.
A post on her morning ritual garnering hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok.
My parents thought it was hilarious that a trend like that is trending. Like, it's just something that's so integrated in the German lifestyle and so normalized.
Now, it's not an airtight solution. One study suggests Germany's ventilation practices can undermine energy efficiency. And with home electricity costs in the U.S. at their highest in a decade, Abadi says the key is
10 minutes, no more than that is really necessary.
A quick and simple way to give yourself and your space a little breathing room.
Well, I guess I'm going to go home and burp my home. Should be fun. Lüften, who would have thunk? Well, let's talk about your weather forecast. Of course, with air temperatures plummeting over the weekend, I would say today and tomorrow are going to be a pretty good time period to get the fresh air in. Do a little Lüften yourself. Here's a look at what you need to know as far as this weekend goes. We again are still anticipating a full-on winter mess this weekend. Now, whether it takes the form of snowflakes or sleet or freezing rain is still yet to be completely determined. It's still too early for accumulation estimates, whether that's snow, sleet, or ice, but we are again getting more and more confident that we are going to be under weekend storm conditions of the winter variety. Likely starting early Saturday with some light snowflakes coming down. We'll see a pause in the moisture as we head into late Saturday, only to restart early Sunday morning and last until we get through Sunday evening. Now again, it's going to start out as some light snowflakes. And it's going to transition from snowflakes into potential for either sleet or freezing rain or just rain. Right now, we're looking at beautiful sunny skies, more of a normal-like day here in eastern North Carolina. This is a view through our Neuse River Cam in New Bern. Right now, central Craven County coming in at about 50 degrees. We're seeing the low 50s slowly take over, upper 40s to low 50s across most of the east right now. Winds are starting to become a little bit more aligned with each other, coming in generally out of the southeast at about 4 to 8 miles an hour. As we head through tomorrow, we are going to start out cloudy and finish the day sunny, but we're going to finish the day warm as well. 59 degrees by noon, turns to the low 60s as we head towards 1, 2, 3, and 4 p.m., dropping back down below 60 degrees once we get past 5 p.m. So if you're hoping for a little bit of warmth, we've got it coming up tomorrow, and then, well, everything kind of comes crashing on back down. And by everything, I'm talking about your air temperatures. But we do have a chance of some raindrops coming in tomorrow, and not going to, again, be widespread, but we certainly could, again, see a few drops out there. Models, I think, are going a little bit overboard in this regard, but I do at least want to highlight that we could potentially see perhaps some coastal drops in eastern North Carolina. Let's zoom the picture out a little bit further, and you can see exactly what is on the way. We have multiple areas of low pressure that are going to be moving by eastern North Carolina, but it's the one that you'll see kind of forming near the Gulf of California over on the other side of the country that will really bring about the moisture content we need in order to fuel the winter storm. That is going to impact most of the southern United States. Even some of the Midwest, again, going to be feeling impacts out of this system. Here it all comes together, and you can see eastern North Carolina right now showing a little bit more pink and green versus the blue, which would indicate, again, a move away from snowflakes, but still, again, showing the potential for not just rainfall coming down, but freezing rain as well, because these drops, as they fall, may be above 32 degrees, but ground temperatures by this point, by the time we get to Sunday at 6 p.m., will be below freezing throughout most of eastern North Carolina. So at this point, we will start to pick up some accumulating freezing rain as we head through your Sunday evening to Sunday night. Daytime highs on Sunday usually occur between around 2, 3, 4 p.m. at the very latest this time of year. Usually winter months, it's more around 2 to 3 p.m. But our high is 34 degrees on Sunday. That's only 2 degrees above the freezing point. So as we make our way into your Sunday evening, as air temperatures come down, 5 o'clock, I would anticipate air temps in around 31 to 29 degrees. By the time we get to 6 o'clock, we're looking at around 30 degrees to 27 degrees. And at that point, any moisture that's coming down will come down and freeze on contact. That's how we, again, really increase our ice accumulation. And that's what's going to make Monday morning a dangerous one for those of you getting out on the roads, and hopefully nobody's running late. If you are, appreciate being late. It's better than being in a wreck. We could certainly have some rough spots out there, slick spots on the roads early Monday morning. Now, Monday, we're not going to really lose out on anything that's stuck to the ground. 34-degree air temperatures, yeah, a little bit above freezing, but not enough to create any sort of significant melting. And we see everything refreeze again Monday night into Tuesday morning, which means we could again still be contending with some slick spots on the roads as we wake up on Tuesday. Right now, our best opportunity for snow is looking like, I would say, early in the morning on Saturday, with, again, that break in the moisture Saturday afternoon to Saturday evening. And then as we head into Sunday, we will start out with perhaps maybe a few snowflakes, but everything is really going to be transitioning over to sleet, freezing rain, and rain coming up as we head through Sunday, making it more of an ice event than a snow event at this point. We will see, again, what models continue to show. The latest model run has pushed that rain-snow line further northward, again, taking that snowfall potential more out of eastern North Carolina and putting it a little bit further northward into Virginia, giving us the sleet and freezing rain headache that nobody wants to deal with. Trust me, freezing rain is the worst. It's just not a good time. It's not fun to be in. It's not fun to really watch because it just looks like a normal rainy day. And then it's even worse to actually deal with because all of the potential for power outages and then just being stuck in the cold and just ice, you can't really go sledding on it. You can't do snow angels on it. You can't have a snowball fight with it. It's just the worst. So if we can avoid that freezing rain threat, I know I will certainly be a lot happier, and I know there's certainly more than just a few of you out there who will appreciate it. But I know there are certainly some who love the opportunity for snowflakes. We'll see later on today if we see models push back and give that rain snow line a little bit more of a push further south, increasing our opportunity for snowfall. But right now, again, things are trending towards a warmer solution, which currently isn't all that encouraging. We need a little bit more warmth before we can completely say, all right, we're looking now at a rain event versus an ice event. And I do want to say good afternoon to Bernice Davis again. These ice conversations again have her missing the inferno days of summer. I too, that's one of my favorite parts of winter, is the fact that I rarely have to start sweating in the winter months. Now, of course, Eastern North Carolina, you can certainly still get some warm days, but knowing again that we're not going to be dealing with any sort of inferno is certainly nice. We will be warmer though coming up tomorrow, so if you are a fan of the warmer weather, Thursday is looking like the best day for you over the next 8 days. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.